Good morning, everyone. My name is Rick Siger. I'm Secretary of the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. What a great day to be here in Carlisle, in Cumberland County. First, like to acknowledge Senator Rothman, who's here, Mayor Schultz. Thank you for being here this morning. I have the great honor of leading the Department of Community and Economic Development, a department responsible for helping businesses grow, strengthening our communities, and advancing innovation. And I'm thrilled to be here today with Governor Shapiro, with Anthony Pratt, and the whole Pratt Industries team for this announcement today. This is a super exciting day. Pratt Industries has been a key part of our economy for a long time. In fact, they employ more than 800 Pennsylvanians across the state. And with this announcement and investment today, we're poised to see that number grow even larger. It's incredible news, and it shows what happens when we as a Commonwealth focus on attracting international investment. Because we're not just a national leader in business, we're a global leader as well. Anthony Pratt's home of Australia in particular has been a big investor in the Commonwealth. Major Australian companies like Pratt Industries and more than 130 others are operating here and employ almost 3,000 Pennsylvanians across the state. That's a big impact, and it's also no accident. We have a team at DCED called the Office of International Business Development, led by Deputy Secretary David Briel and his team, who's with us today. Thanks, David, for being here. These professionals are dedicated every day to helping foreign-owned companies locate, expand, and succeed in Pennsylvania, and to helping Pennsylvania companies access markets around the world through exports. We have one of the largest networks of overseas offices of any U.S. state, with representatives that cover the globe. Angela Foley, for example, from our Sydney, Australia office, worked with Pratt to help them grow their Pennsylvania operations and ensure that their efforts were successful. You know, we take a lot of pride in supporting major investments like this one. Our expertise is second to none, and we're always excited to help global companies find a home here. We're a state that will always welcome new people and new businesses with open arms. So, to Anthony Pratt and your entire team at Pratt Industries, congratulations on this major new investment. It's now my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce someone who in this building certainly needs very little introduction, an outstanding global business leader in philanthropy and many other domains, Mr. Anthony Pratt. Sir, the microphone is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good speech. Governor Shapiro, Secretary Siger, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on your great economic leadership of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is the only state in America that has an office in Australia, so it just shows you how proactive you are on attracting business to your great state. It's an honour to welcome you to our 100% recycled corrugated box factory in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And we're proud to employ more than 800 Pennsylvanians across the state in well-paying, green-collar, advanced manufacturing jobs. And I'm proud to announce that our total cumulative investment in Pennsylvania now exceeds $500 million. In 2022, I pledged to invest $5 billion in American recycling and clean energy infrastructure to create 5,000 well-paying jobs in American manufacturing over the next decade, to America's ambassador to Australia, Caroline Kennedy. And as part of that commitment, and as a result of Governor Shapiro's leadership, I'm honoured today to pledge a further investment of $500 million in recycling, remanufacturing, and clean energy infrastructure over the next 10 years to create hundreds of new jobs in the great state of Pennsylvania. The first down payment of our additional $500 million investment is a $50 million state-of-the-art box-making machinery here, an advanced robotics warehousing system commissioned just a few months ago. Today's $500 million investment pledge will bring our total cumulative investment in the Commonwealth to $1 billion, allowing our company to grow for years to come, supporting our customers and our employees. We're in the landfill avoidance business, which is great for greenhouse gas reduction. As things decay in the landfill, they produce methane gas, which is 84 times worse than CO2 in causing greenhouse gases. So our slogan is, recycling is an important weapon against climate change. Governor, thank you for your leadership and commitment to bring high-paying green manufacturing jobs to Pennsylvania. It's my honour to welcome you to Carlisle. Say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much. It's a good day here in Carlisle, and it's a wonderful day here at Pratt Industries. And let me begin by thanking Anthony Pratt for not just kindly welcoming me here today and welcoming Secretary Siger, but his commitment to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, to South Central Pennsylvania, his commitment to recycling and proving that you can combat climate change and create jobs at the same time and meet consumer demand, and it happens right here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I am grateful to you, Anthony Pratt, for your leadership, and let me say, and I'm sure you would agree, for as outstanding as you and your executive team are, we are really blessed to be joined today by the employees here at Pratt Industries. Well, I got the chance to see some of you do your work on the line there. I want to thank you all for making Pennsylvania your homes, and thank you all for the important work you do in our communities. We appreciate you very, very much. Thank you. I know that the senator and the mayor would agree that these are the kind of investments that Mr. Pratt just announced that make a real difference in our Commonwealth. And it shows that the bond between Australia and Pennsylvania, well, that's incredibly strong. Consider this for a moment. Australian companies employ about 3,000 Pennsylvanians, and a third of them are here at Pratt Industries, and we're going to see that number grow over time. I'm committing you to that, if that's okay. Pennsylvania exports to Australia account for more than $500 million a year. And I want you to know we are committed to further strengthening those ties, as Secretary Siger alluded to. We are bullish on Australia, and we are bullish on the connections, and we believe that Anthony Pratt's leadership here in connection between Pennsylvania and Australia can be a model for other great things to come. Under Secretary Siger's leadership, under David Breel's leadership at DCED, I know we're only going to continue to expand that relationship. Let me tell you why Anthony Pratt's investment in Pennsylvania is so important. Pratt Industries is the world's largest privately owned company that manufactures 100% recycled packaging and paper. With over 50 plants across the United States. This is critically important. And again, I want to stress, and he did this before, 100% recycled material. Keeping materials out of landfills, recycling those boxes. And if my porch is any indication of the number of boxes that are making their way in the stream of commerce every day, I know Pratt Industries is busy today and will be even busier tomorrow given how consumer demand is rising. They operate 5 facilities here in Pennsylvania and employ nearly 900 Pennsylvanians. And by doubling down on their investment, as you heard just a moment ago, they're making clear that Pennsylvania is a critically important home to them, and we view them as a critically important partner in our Commonwealth. I think it's also really important to note the connectivity between Pratt Industries and really important companies that exist in Pennsylvania, flagship Pennsylvania companies like Yuengling and Procter & Gamble. And we're particularly grateful to be joined by Scott and Buddy here today, the leaders of Bell & Evans, a small mom and pop chicken company here in Pennsylvania. I've gotten the chance to know Scott and Buddy at Bell & Evans. They're an awesome company, and to see that connection just demonstrates the importance of having industries like Pratt here and the positive impact they can have on existing companies in the Commonwealth. And Anthony, we're committed to helping you create even more partnerships as the years go on so we can see more of your boxes connected to more of our big companies here in Pennsylvania. We're grateful that you're here to demonstrate that connection. This is a big deal, these kind of relationships. And it's important to note that Pennsylvania is not only open for business, we are open for global business. And Pratt Industries demonstrates that connection that we have. I want to thank Anthony for betting on Pennsylvania, for believing in us, and seeing the enormous potential that I know we have in this Commonwealth and making sure that Pennsylvania can be seen as an economic leader across the country and across the globe. I want you to know that my administration is committed to replicating these kind of investments all across the Commonwealth. Pennsylvania has among the largest international business development offices as compared to other states. And according to the United States Department of Commerce, foreign-owned companies created more jobs here in Pennsylvania than any other state in our nation. That's good for business, it's good for Pennsylvanians, it's good for our workers, and it's great for our future. And I want you to know my administration is prepared to build on that progress by investing more time and effort into cultivating and developing these international ties, with using Pratt as an example of the kind of leader that I know we can be here in the Commonwealth. Those who know me know quite well that I'm competitive as hell. I want to win at everything, including when it comes to growing our industries and strengthening our ties to international markets. I want Pennsylvania to be the leader. That is why we're making it clear to Pratt Industries and other companies that, as I said before, Pennsylvania is open for business. The Commonwealth will be an active partner for Pratt and for other companies to encourage them to come here and encourage those who are already here to grow here. We're going to work as hard for you as you do for your customers and for your clients. To start, I want you to know some steps we've already taken. We are cutting through the red tape. I signed an executive order creating a one-stop shop for businesses to grow and flourish in Pennsylvania by creating the Office of Transformation and Opportunity to allow any business leader one voice, one-stop shop to be able to cut through all the red tape that exists in our Commonwealth. And speaking of red tape, I also signed an executive order to speed up our permitting and licensing process time. Consider this, the day I was sworn in January, it took 8 weeks to get a typical business corporate license here in the Commonwealth. 8 weeks it took to get that corporate filing done. Today, it takes just 2.5 days. We have sped up that time because we know we need to move at the speed of business. In addition to that, we know we've got to put more resources on the table. Now, we didn't have to do that to get Anthony Pratt to invest here in the Commonwealth, but sometimes a little investment from the Commonwealth is necessary. And thanks to leaders like Senator Rothman, we were able to pass a common sense bipartisan budget in the legislature, which increased the dollars we have available for economic development in this Commonwealth. And it's important that we do that. Consider this, our neighbor to the west, Ohio, has 1.5 million fewer people living there, yet prior to my arrival as governor, they were investing 7 times the amount of money in economic development than we have in Pennsylvania. We're beginning to change that dynamic, and it's been a bipartisan coalition of lawmakers working with me to get that done. We've got room to grow, we've got room to improve, but we are open for business, and it's a different tone and tenor in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania today. We're prepared to lead and lead in a strong and aggressive way. I want to thank Pratt Industries and Anthony Pratt and all of you for being here today and demonstrating what good business looks like, what thoughtful business looks like, what common sense business looks like, what environmentally sound business looks like here at Pratt Industries. I'm excited for your announcement of your investment here, Anthony. I'm excited for the next one and the next one as well. And I'm excited to help be a connection for you and the rest of Pratt Industries to continue to grow and thrive here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So Senator, Mayor, thank you for having us here today. Anthony, thank you for your leadership. Mr. Secretary, thank you for your stewardship of the Department of Community and Economic Development. It's my pleasure to be with you, and it's my honor to serve as the 48th governor of this great Commonwealth. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. And with that, Senator Rothman has agreed to answer any tough questions you have. Anything on your minds from the media? Yes. Just going to have to ask you to speak up.
Sorry. I'm with CBS 21. With this additional investment, how many more jobs will be created and what other economic impacts will it have?
Well, Pratt Industries can speak to that, but this additional investment will allow them to hire more folks. It's going to also allow them to upgrade some of their existing facilities and build new ones. We're extremely excited about what the future holds for Pratt Industries.
Can you talk to us about sort of the investment
Yeah. Cumberland County is growing. They are strong. They got good leaders here, which probably accounts for some of it. But it's just such a rich area in terms of ease of access with transportation. We got good schools, good housing opportunities, good quality of life for workers here. We've got well-trained, highly skilled, educated workers. And we've got a commitment from my administration to continue to help Cumberland County businesses grow and try and bring new ones to this area. Okay? Thank you.
I do have one more question on a different topic, though. Following the felony charges for the 3 Adams County CYS workers, what are you doing as governor to help address some of the challenges in the child welfare system?
Well, that's obviously a county function. We've dispatched the Department of Human Services to engage and talk to them. I'll leave it to DHS to comment further, and the county to speak for themselves, and obviously the prosecutors can answer any questions regarding the case. Okay? Thank you all very much for being here. Appreciate it, and looking forward to chatting with some of the workers here a little bit. Thank you all.
Thanks, man. That's great.
Glad you're here.
outstanding global business leader, leader in philanthropy, and many other fun as yours.
Governor Shapiro, Secretary Siger, ladies and gentlemen, in 2022 I pledged to invest $5 billion in American recycling and clean energy infrastructure to create 5,000 well-paying jobs in American manufacturing over the next decade.
Line there, I want to thank you all for making Pennsylvania your home, and thank you all for the important work you do in our communities. We appreciate you very, very much. Thank you. I know that the senator knows that the bond between Australia and Pennsylvania, well, that's incredibly strong. Consider this,